Hi, friends. I am so excited because today we get to celebrate all that we've learned, and then we get to show all that we know now on our post assessment. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so we've been working on building that reading life. We know that it is so important to prepare to be good readers, and we also know that we have to work hard and learn new skills to get the most out of our reading. I can't believe we are at the end of our unit. Let's do some reflecting. I hope that you see the importance of having a great reading life. It's pretty cool because reading is one thing that ties us all together. It makes that community. We have a reading community in our school and in each of our classes, but there's also a huge reading community across the whole world. Did you know that Emma Watson loves to read? She is Hermione in Harry Potter. You might have seen her before. A quote from her is that I like books that aren't just lovely, but that have memories in themselves. Just like playing a song, picking up a book again that has memories can take you back to another place or time. She's so right. A lot of good books have memories attached to them, and that's what helps make our books gold. Do you know that Michelle Obama loves to read? A quote from her. But that book, it like grabbed me and pulled me, and I just kept reading and kept reading. Michelle Obama, she loves to read. Did you know that Lady Gaga loves to read? She said, I like Rilke's Letters to a Young Poet. I read Rilke's Letters to a Young Poet every day. She is showing those good reading habits. She's reading consistently every day, probably at least 20 minutes. And this is one of my favorites. Did you know that LeBron James loves to read? A fun fact, LeBron James made headlines for reading at his locker before dominating the 2012 NBA playoffs. Now, this athlete reads before his games. That goes to show us that reading is so important no matter who you are and no matter what job you may have. Did you know that Walt Disney loves to read? And this quote from him makes me think about how books are like gold, and we need to read books like they are gold. There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. That word treasure makes me think of gold. It's a quote from Walt Disney, the creator of Disney and Mickey. Did you know that Mr. Fort loves to read? If you haven't met Mr. Fort yet, he is our vice principal here at Willow Lake. His favorite book is Monster by Walter Dean Myers. It is a chapter book that you could read when you're older. We're using that grit so that we can read bigger and bigger chapter books and have the reading stamina for that. That means that if we put our minds to it, we have enough energy to read chapter books. That's what stamina means. Did you know that Mrs. Brown loves to read? Her favorite book is The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Sometimes books have really good lessons in them, and that is one of those books. Did you know that Mrs. Whitson loves to read? She loves The One and Only Ivan by Katherine Applegate. Another favorite of hers is Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt. Did you know that Mrs. Frobe loves to read? She loves The One and Only Ivan by Katherine Applegate. What a great book! I bet her and Mrs. Whitson make a lot of connections. They probably talk about their reading with one another, talking about The One and Only Ivan. In fact, I've heard them before. Did you know that Mrs. Schaefer loves to read? She loves Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs by Judy Barrett. This book is so fun. Did you know that Miss Heiser loves to read? Her favorite book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. That looks like a great book, and because Miss Heiser suggested it, I think I might go read it myself. Did you know that Miss Edison loves to read? She loves the Magic Treehouse series by Mary Pope Osborne. A series is really awesome because if you love one book, then you might get hooked and you might want to read more and more and more and more. Did you know that Mrs. Prather loves to read? Her favorite book is Fox by Margaret Wilde. I love the illustration on this book. Some books have fantastic illustration. And did you know that I love to read? I hope by now you did. I love the book The Bad Seed by Jory John. It has awesome pictures and a really good message. I hope that you see my point. Reading is an important part of all of our lives. We need to make the most of it and make reading important. You and I, your teachers, even celebrities. Reading is a part of what makes us a community. It makes us connected. I want you to feel proud of all that you have learned this unit. I want you to try your best on the post assessment today. It will be focusing on making predictions and summarizing. We have reviewed and practiced all week for this. You will be doing a reflection, a sort of fun discussion post once you watch this video. And then after that, as your independent assignment, you will be taking the post assessment. I can't wait to see all that you do. I am already so proud of you, and I know that all of your teachers are as well.